Right. That gives us a bit of more sight on why Hoji would be banished.
Because he went into his basement and built love dolls.
Yes.
More or less.
Then it was like, holy shit, get the fuck out.
He toughened up a bit in the real world though. Just like a mega chat.
Oh my goodness, that was interesting.
What the fuck, Hoji? You're one of the ancients? Why didn't you tell me? You created the Whisperers.
Hold on there now. No need to be an accusatory, Adam. I invented those things, but as far as
my
I know,
goodness.
I only made one. Enro made his own later. I'm not responsible for my brother's action.
Your brother?
They're, all these ancients, they're all my brothers. There wasn't a good time to bring it up.
Why did you create these whisper things?
That's the brilliant trick I played on myself. The memory of why I did it is locked inside the whisperer I made. It's really quite clever.
Sure. Genius.
Hey, we all make mistakes, okay? I crippled my memories. You worked for a sociopath megalomaniac who sold the human race up the river. Can we call it even?
I need to get to Zilla. I don't think I can do it without you. You try anything, and I will stab this goddamn sword through your heart.
I appreciate you being direct.
Take a freaking lesson.
Being direct makes me guess.
Just shut up for a minute, okay?
Enro needs the Nobit Surakage to sacrifice one of his own. He's trying to awaken the girl.
I could give a shit what he wants.
Just the most
Fuck with my
brilliant
round,
fucking plan ever.
Fuck with me.
These things need a sacrifice of a memory to be activated. I know, I'll sacrifice the memory of why I built it in the first place in order to activate it. And then I'll just sit there and stare at it like an
Old
idiot,
pieces
because
of
I'm not
sack
actually
of
entirely
shit.
sure what I was supposed to
What
be
is
doing with
this?
it.
The hour
Well, maybe the thing works on its own well enough that you don't need to know. Then it's actually a really good idea, because then they can't figure out what you were doing.
I honestly kind of like the idea more of sacrificing the memory that you've made them and just that memory. So you just have this thing standing in front of you, you'd be like, what the hell is this?
Uh-huh. And the guys is bringing up Death Note, like that proves that Hoji was a smart guy, seriously.
That Note was a dumb manga.
And then I grabbed the potato chip and ate it. Seriously.
Alright, everything's reloaded.
I don't know, if I can be honest here for a second, I thought Death Note was alright.
It was
But
alright.
the part that I really don't understand is that there are seriously people out there that thought that, Light Yagami had the right idea.
Well, morality in modern society.
Open a seal, Wang. Force him to land.
Ow.
So I take it we're in the realm of the sky now,
Yeah, we're in the realm of shadows still.
as a contrast to the area of fire we were before.
This is, well,
Here he comes.
because the goddess of rain in Shadow World sort of, went comatose, things have kind of dried up a bit. Hey, it's a horse.
So
Yeah,
we're fighting a horse head with angel wings.
yeah, it's one of the Divine Horse Warriors.
That's actually a thing.
Is that the thing?
Yeah, they're in Chinese mythology mainly. Horse-headed warriors.
This guy's a bit more proactive than his brother Gozu. I am shooting that blast
I
blade.
must admit I was a little bit surprised at the iconography, but they actually did a good job on there. Good. That's very nice.
So is there a reason why he's not taking any damage?
I think I
Well,
have
your
to.
resistance only makes his armor harder.
Yeah, you're ready. That's the reference you're going with.
Yeah,
I don't know what's worse, the fact
Where
that
is
you made
this?
that
There it is.
reference or the fact that I know what it's about. But yeah, first you need to actually destroy the armor, more or less.
We need to blow it open a bit.
I like to tell, oh no, I stuck my weapon so hard in the ground I can't get it out. What a silly Billy I am. One of these days we'll get a big and super strong boss that is actually clever enough to not, you know, screw himself over. Then the protagonist will be in trouble.
I think he would just, you know, take his mind off the weapon for a second, just so, you know, that he could just walk over the low wang real quick and stomp on him like a bug.
Ow.
Hell, he could just, you know, go to the edge of the platform and just sort of sweep his spear around the platform. Be done with it.
Oh man, Man-Eater fighting Demon Souls.
Man, yeah, let's talk about Demon Souls, shall we?
Let me tell you about Demon Souls.
It's hard as shit.
Fucking Man-Eater. That's an annoying boss fight, especially if it's your second boss of the game. That's
Oh, shit!
And then there's like those fucking like black skeletons in front of the boss door
Get it.
that can kill you in like 2 hits. That's nice.
Was I hitting his jet?
I don't know really what was going on with those bolts.
Don't they have like a delayed fuse on them or something?
No, that's the explosive bolt. That's an alt fire.
Oh, okay. Then
I'm using
I don't
the
know.
regular charged shot.
It seemed like you're hitting him, but you're not really doing damage with it.
Yeah, he has a life bar for his like weak point.
So wait, his armor actually regenerates?
There we go.
I think he basically needs to get stuck and then you need to shoot the crystal thing.
You might want to switch weapons. Oh wait, now you're actually doing damage, what the hell? Because it actually looked like you were hitting it as well. Like you did the whole animation thing as well.
Is my axe glowing now? Gate. Where's the gate?
I think it might just be blue from the general area.
I think it's glowing or something.
It has been turned into a lightsaber banana.
Alright, let's use Dragon a bit to nullify his projectiles. Ow.
Wow, there sure is some bloom going on.
Ow. Why am I so bad at dodging all of a sudden?
Because it's actually sort of homing very slowly.
Actually, I have a rocket launcher, don't I?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you picked one up.
Well, I'm not so sure that it's a rocket launcher, but supposedly.
It's a rocket launcher.
Look, all I'm saying is the things it's shooting aren't rockets.
It is also clearly based on an actual real-life grenade launcher. No Ravs and Jedi Guardians wield the green lightsabers. There is no Jedi profession, I was about to say, that traditionally carries a yellow lightsaber.
Oh, damn it.
Well, that depends. It isn't technically like
Whoop, it's open.
part of the lore, is it? The KOTOR series. It's sort of extended
Man,
universe or something.
that does terrible damage.
Oh man, you weren't kidding, that did nothing.
Yeah, best to stick to the bolts when it's open.
Wow, that was pretty terrible. Yeah, I do remember the lightsaber being customizable in some of the multiplayer games.
Yep.
And also KOTOR, but you know.
And the colors became canon in the new trilogy.
That's a Unreal reference, guys, isn't it?
Well, that's the only FPS that he plays and acknowledges as good.
Everything else is shit.
Now, there's no need to be snarky about it.
Like, I told him this was a good game, but he did not believe me.
Seals, Lo Wang.
It doesn't say Unreal on the box. How could it be a good game?
Where does the ammo spawn? Because
Yeah,
normally...
let's talk
oh,
about
there.
Unreal 2 and how great that game was.
Let's talk about how many great memories we
wow.
have playing Unreal 2.
It wasn't that terrible.
I don't think I ever played it.
I mean, it was
Oh,
a functional game.
good on you, I suppose.
Just immensely forgettable.
Yeah. And it had some nice ideas here and there.
I did sort of like one level where you sort of went into a sarlacc or something.
Man, I
And
was
then
using
you blew up the
artillery.
planet from the inside, which was kind of neat. So you murdered that planet.
Sometimes I wish I could murder planets.
Yes, it's a party trick. You just
Probably.
point your finger at the sky and go bang. Then you look at everyone and say, well, NASA will have some interesting news for you in a day or two.
Oh, what the hell?
Except it's probably going to take several months for the, for them to actually realize the heavens, since speed of light and ridiculous distances and all that. What the hell is happening?
Well, the planets in our solar system would probably be noticed quite fast that they disappeared.
Yeah, but that would also bring certain problems with it, let's say.
I hope I don't need to open every seal now.
Club those seals, club them good.
Just this one. Let's reload some guns. Oh, they're moving now? Fine. Man, maybe I should have invested in movement.
Just jogging back and forth.
Oh, it's actually really fast now. I guess this isn't that bad. But again, I like this game more when it's, arena combat, not this.
Well, I'd argue this is also arena combat.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Anyways, now his gate is opening again.
Yeah, they really did not think.
What's
of
behind?
much.
What's underneath that gate that he wants it so closed?
The hells itself,
Oh, why are we?
I
Oh,
guess.
oh, up.
It's probably. And now I need to double check the name, but I think it's Izanagi that's sealed up behind apparently a boulder, but it's not a boulder in this case.
Amaterasu is hanging out down there.
Well,
Yes.
that's another different story. And then they have to lure it out with a mirror.
Amaterasu is great. The only god approved by Platinum Games.
The rest of them can suck it.
Well, yeah. Did you see Susano in that game?
I forget that that's actually a legendary character at times.
Yeah, he's actually a god of warfare, I believe.
Yeah, he is. I just sort of forget about him.
The best Susanoo was from that freaking terrible 3D model into the fighter game for the Neo Geo that I played.
Why would I want shotgun shells here? This is not up.
You'll take those shotgun shells and you'll say thank you. They're expensive, damn it.
Kind of curious if you can actually hear me going through the pages here. Let's see here. Yeah, it's Izanami. There we go.
Isun Boshi was also in that game. He was annoying as fuck. Like, people give Navi a hard time, but god damn it, Isun.
That seems like an awkward way to hold your spear, by the way. Especially if you intend to swing it around.
Hey,
Cowabunga.
I mean, I guess if you're throwing it, then it makes sense, but... Yeah, let's just tear this soul right out there.
What are you
Now confess your sins, MLB fan.
brother? Just like a maggot shell.
We're here to harvest information, and maybe a little cheat.
You can tell that thing that I refuse to dignify the offal that pours from his mouth. You spit in Enra's face, bringing him here. You don't say! Why, it's almost like that was my intention all along. You use this filth to do your dirty work. Enra made the same mistake.
Ah.
These mortals can't be trusted. So Enra has been talking to a mortal.
Ah.
It has to be.
I always knew he would fail us, but I didn't think he would be so arrogant to hold Zing's Whisperer for ransom. And that's why the others couldn't come back. Hey kid, looks like you're busted good.
It also sounds like he made a deal with the devil.
Details.
I think it's time to go have a chat with Zilla. You know, filth to filth.
Lie back and think of England, brother. Family, what are you gonna do?
A portal to Zilla. Now.
Really, lie back and think of England.
Yeah.
If Zilla has the last whisperer, this should lead us straight to him.
No tricks this time, right?
Wouldn't dream.
Which, despite being a very famous quote, isn't actually a quote at all. But, yeah.
Right, that was the second part of Shadow Warrior 2013.
Hooray!
What did you guys all think?
I like the parts where you weren't running in circles trying to dodge a boss projectile.
Yeah, I don't really like the boss fights in this game. I think it sort of follows the same flaws that games like Serious Sam make, where bosses are just, you know, big targets.
Look, guys, you're sort of getting the reference wrong, but never mind. I'll continue that in the chat. Anyway, yeah. Honestly, I felt the environments were a bit boring, but well, it was just, you know, different kinds of like docks and the like.
We're past the industrial stage of the game now. Actually, why don't we take a sneak peek at the next area?
Just a little piggity peek.
Oh, it's snowy and railroady and
Whatever that is.
I guess it's Art Nouveau.
I think that might have been a racetrack in Sonic All-Stars Racing.
Supersonic Racing. Ah, that thing.
I like that song because the refrain is catchy as hell, but the rest of the lyrics are terrible.
Just like the game.
I think the problem was that was one of the few actual original Sonic games that Saturn owners had to look forward to. I think everything else was more or less a port.
Whoa.
Hoji! Are you kidding me?
I'm sorry. These portals aren't very precise.
You suck. Do you enjoy dropping me like that?
Just trying to land you in the air. It beats materializing a couple feet.
I always like in video games and films where someone falls for like 100 feet and then they just narrowly manage to grab onto something with their hands.
Well, all the momentum goes through their boots and out into the ether.
I mean, shit. Ow.
This looks pretty nice though. Nice. It's a nice change from the docks at least.
Yeah, it's that the
Can you
shit.
jump off?
Which Bond game is it that has this exact level? Is it Tomorrow Never Dies? Maybe.
I think Tomorrow Never Dies store that is no eating.
Yeah.
With
Oh, hey, it's the
the
bridge level
with
from
the
Painkiller. Neat.
Is it?
Kinda looks like it.
That was a good level, so I don't complain.
It was good until the part where you had to go from the top of the bridge back to the base floor. And you
Yeah.
had to jump alongside the cables and you would probably fall off and hurt yourself. Or die.
Man, this is kinda scary.
It's a long bits down.
So,
Also, those cables do not look up to standard.
I'm also pretty sure you wouldn't want to put them that far away as
Well,
well.
does anything in Zilla Industries look up to standards? Just look at the shotgun.
How do they make all that money with all these shoddy products?
Bulk production, I suppose.
Maybe they
Economies of
just
scale.
maybe just flooded the market. The affordable solution to your shotgun problems. The 6C.
I mean, just imagine seeing that thing at a gun show and you're like, okay. So how do I shoulder it? Well, you don't.
But it's really fucking dares through demons.
It does sort of remind me of a actual shotgun that was able to fire rocket-propelled shells. And had a ridiculously huge barrel to, be able to do that.
I mean, I do kind of like the ugly industrial aesthetic of all the guns. In general. Like everything looks so very, like, made in bulk.
I do kind of find it interesting there's a sort of thing underneath each shotgun that looks like it would be a foldable like stock or something. Except it's underneath the barrel.
I think that's just a finger guard.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be, but it kind of looks like you can fold it around.
Well, I don't see any mountings on the back there that you could mount a stock on.
I'm actually talking about the part directly underneath the barrel. Which
Oh.
also has a weird hole in it. What is even the purpose of
Uh,
that, gap? What's even the purpose of that little
What is
attachment
it?
underneath it?
What is the purpose of anything on this weapon except perhaps the breech and barrels?
There are also 4 switches on every barrel. Are those like individual triggers or something?
Yeah, sure.
Let's just stare at this for another hour, shall we?
Each barrel needs a hammer.
And is there like a gigantic red button that you put on there?
Yeah, the firestorm button.
Yeah.
You press the button and it firestorms.
The torso looks pretty nice though. Well,
Yeah.
As always, I really love the rising sun little, handle it has.
That grip angle would make it hell to aim and fire, though.
Revolver, yeah.
well, the sun is how you know that it's made in Japan.
Yeah.
Like instead of just this little knockoff of the Certified Europe logo, it's just a giant rising sun. And that's how you know it's made in Japan.
It also has a taped clip on it, taped magazine. Though the game does colored clips, so
I don't care.
And there's the flamethrower. Man, some of these upgrades look pretty
Yeah.
It
The
looks like a
flamethrower looks so ridiculous. I love it.
with the upgrades it looks like a Warhammer gun.
It really does look like a multi-melta or something
Yeah,
by the
it's-
time you've
yes.
upgraded it.
It even has the little barrel on the side with the mixture for it.
I
Yeah.
also love that the canister is just so damn tiny.
Well, we can extend it a bit.
I really don't think you would
And it
last very long with
seriously
it.
looks like the damn thing has an ejector port on the left side. What could it possibly be ejecting? And it ejects right into where you're supposed to be holding your arm. Does it just randomly spout flaming gases onto your forearm while you're using it to remind you that, hey, you're using a flamethrower?
I think that's some sort of plug there.
I can also imagine this thing, having the flame sort of catch into the barrel and explode the whole damn thing.
Yeah, and it doesn't help that there's apparently a live flame in it constantly.
Wait, there it is? I can't actually see it.
Yeah,
from here.
when you have the weapon equipped, there's just a little gout of flame going non-stop inside the barrel.
That sure seems efficient.
It has 2 triggers for some reason. Like,
Well, you know, it's for rare and extra crispy.
It also has a bunch of little switches underneath there.
guess
do all
it's
the
for when
switches
you
even do?
get the firebomb add-on,
I guess.
and then there's the rocket launcher.
What do all those switches even do? Are those like various temperature settings or something?
Mixture settings.
Because, you know, that's going to be an issue with a canister that big. And then there's the ridiculous idea of having 3 barrels that you fire at once.
Need more DACA.
At least we have,
Well, it is red, so, you know.
at least you have Nuke Dukums.
And it still really bothers me that the, I guess, shells you're using for this grenade launcher are completely unaerodynamic.
Yeah, I don't use
Those
this
would just go
shurikens.
fucking everywhere.
Nope, nothing to buy. Right then, I guess it's time to call it quits for the night.
Yep.
Next
I
time,
guess.
same time next week, I guess.
Yeah.
Jump, jump, jump.
Maybe we'll finish the game.
And maybe we will.
We're at level 11 and there's 17 levels.
Looking forward to see what Zilla actually looks like.
We've actually seen him. Like
I'm
in
gonna
New-
be disappointed if he doesn't, you know, transform into a giant enemy boss.
Like Godzilla.
Yes, that was the reference I was going for.
That was the reference also 3D Realms was going for.
Man,
Right.
you didn't jump.
Right then, thank you all for guesting. I hope you all had a good time watching me. And I'll see you next week. Thanks to Jamolan, Shining and Arthur for guesting.
Sure, anytime.
I especially like the part where the game crashed.
Yeah,
Good times.
What was up with that?
that was the first time it crashed for me ever. Anyways, see you all.